She got on this uh swap meet wig. Single. The women in your family keep you single. Green, I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired on my own. So many women are so tired of being alone. And it is written all over your face. You don't have to say a word.
Want to be like like the girls that are just like they just like live in their feminine and they're just like so delicate and like, ooh, you know. And the goof in me, the weirdo in me, it fights me every fucking day. Every day. I just want to be like, like, and
in the law of attraction. You don't wait for the thing that you want to feel the vibration of having the thing that you want. You live in the thing that you want. I'll be feminine when I meet a masculine man. No, just be feminine. You see what I'm saying? We need to move away from the narrative that when I meet a masculine man, I'll be a feminine woman. No, you won't. Because you don't know how to be that person. Learn to be a feminine woman in your own womanhood without an outside force, without nothing. Just be a woman in your.
This man in the store was like, yes, you just look so feminine and you look so this, stay like this, stay like this. And I had my son with me and he was just like, don't get any ink, don't get anything, don't do this. He was just like, you're gonna be a great example for your kid. Sir, sir, I'm already inked up. What are you talking about? Being inked up does not take anything away from me being a great role model for my son. Like, men think they really understand femininity to a high degree. Just because you wear a dress, just because a woman wears a dress or a flowy situation does not mean she is feminine or femininity. Like,
that ego and that pride, sis, fuck so many black women up.
People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
Good evening, ladies. Good evening. So I had a conversation with someone earlier today, and we were talking about how a lot of women are saying that they desire to live a soft life. You know, everybody wants to be a soft girl. I'm in my soft girl era, and that is okay. But however, when you talk about sensuality, just look up the definition of sensuality. Sensuality means enjoyment, celebration, pleasure, bliss, like all the good things that, that feels good, and that's how I'm looking at myself, being a sensual woman, where I'm doing everything I'm doing is with, pleasure and it's exciting, and fun, so I would rather be a sensual woman versus a soft girl. I want to change up, ladies. Yeah, that sounds good for me because I'm a warrior goddess now. Okay, daughter of Oya. Okay. So I carry an invisible sword. So I understand that, but sometimes I have to put my sword down. I can't chop everybody's heads off. I can't do that. But what I can do though.
No. Stay the gladiator that you are. You can't change your tone and change your persona.
Okay. So I carry an invisible sword. So I understand that, but sometimes I have to put my sword down. I can't chop everybody's heads off. I can't do that. But what I can do though.
Wow.
I can live my life filled with pleasure. And how do I do that? Just by being sensual, being a sensual woman.
Hey, Now, a woman that got a job walk, you know, with security. Am I right or wrong? You know what I'm saying? You know, they walk in the nightclub going, honey, I don't give a fuck if I don't meet nobody nowhere. Because I'm going to the credit union tomorrow. I don't need nobody to tell me shit.
Literally not the time, because that evil Slim Kim Jim bitch is running amok again, wreaking havoc amongst black women. Let's remove her in this conversation. Let's not even think of her. And let's not think of that beautiful statue either, okay? Because the girl who that statue is made of, okay, that's a beautiful woman. That's a beautiful black queen right there. And there will be no harm against her, especially not in my comment section. Anyways, I hate to admit it, honey, but yeah, losing weight made me feel more feminine. Yeah. And honestly, I'm still working on my feelings for it. I'm still figuring out, like, when did I not feel feminine? Did I know while being 538 pounds that I did not feel feminine? Or is it that now that I've lost weight, I realize I feel more feminine? Like, I'm still not wearing heels. Y'all know I've always wanted to be a heels and jeans girl. They're loading. I did wear some heels for, like, my birthday photo shoot, and I wore some heels in my house where I kept them on a long time. But I'm still not an everyday print for some heels and some jeans one day. But it's like now you can see like my collarbones, like, and I just always felt like a woman's shoulders and back are sexy. Did y'all see that picture of Ruby Rose hitting that? Maybe it's because I feel lighter on my feet and I'm just bouncing around. Maybe it is because people are, you know, treating me differently in the world. The way I'm navigating the world is differently. People are treating me like a lady. And oftentimes we get on the topic of like, you know, does this make you feel away? Does this make you feel away? And it's like, it's so complex because while being 538 pounds, I rarely, next to never had any crazy experiences besides with men of people genuinely treating me bad because of my weight. Like, people liked me. They were kind to me. Like, I'm a pretty likable person. But now, of course, it's different because strangers, they don't know me. And I'm still a big girl. It's like they're drawn to me like a moth and light. I don't know. I'm still sorting out my feelings on this. But can you relate? Did you feel more feminine as you lost weight, or were you able to maintain your femininity through all of your sizes? Help me.
There you have it, black man. Class is in session.
Yeah, but I am super excited to be outside in the sunlight on this beautiful day at the pool. Just total goddess energy, like total vibe. You know, I really want you to focus on owning your femininity, owning your power, owning your purpose, smiling, embracing life, and all of the challenges, because all of the challenges that you go through in life, they are the challenges that help you get to where you need to go. They are the challenges that you have to go through in order to achieve your outcome, and your outcome, guys, is achievable. Say it with me. My outcome is achievable. You have to.
There you have it, black man. I hate to say it, but we are fucked up. I mean, like I said, it's never been this difficult for people to be, you know, together, you know?
What really drew me into them as a couple was when she talked about her having endometriosis.
Because it's hard for me to naturally conceive because I've got endometriosis.
You know, it got me to thinking, how soon do we tell our potential long-term significant others what's going on with our yonis, our wombs, particularly those of us PCOS, endometriosis, fertility issues, heavy bleeding, periods, all kinds of stuff that goes on that men don't always understand. Like, how soon?
Whoa. Slow down, sister. Slow down. My men understand.
They just don't know. We keep treating these men like they are boys.
Ma'am, calm down. Calm down. We know what you're talking about. We know what you're going through. Calm down. But this video is how women will hide certain things from you. Now, this is supposed to be from some show called The Love is Blind. I never seen it. But this woman is sitting around, walking around mad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. She's mad because she can't make a baby or some shit like that, right? And the dude is sitting there, you know, going through it with her.
What really drew me into them as a couple was when she talked about her having endometriosis.
Because it's hard for me to naturally conceive because I've got endometriosis.
You know, it got me to thinking, How soon do we tell our potential long-term significant others what's going on with our yonis, our wombs, particularly those of us PCOS, endometriosis, fertility issues, heavy bleeding, periods, all kinds of stuff that goes on?
How long should a woman tell you before you run a woman's pussycat facts report? In other words, now, clearly you guys know nothing about this, but this is something that women go through, you know? And what do we say over here? We say, hey, they're waiting to throw that box on you and for you to fall in love and see how good you are, to see resources you have, see how much of a generous man and a provider, how you are to your family. They're just running circles around your ass before they get to tell you. What if you brought the Pussycat Facts report up to her before she could bring it up to you, making you sharper, making sure that she's someone that can have the conversation, because it's a little deeper than that.
Because potential long-term significant others, what's going on with our yonis, our wombs, particularly those of us PCOS, endometriosis, fertility issues, heavy bleeding, periods, all kinds of stuff that goes on that men don't always understand. Like, how soon do we tell them that? Why I thought this couple was interesting was Demi got really emotional while they were still in the pods when she was telling him, this is what I gotta tell you. And then she's describing, you know, her experience of having endometriosis, how sometimes she can be in pain, and this could lead to fertility problems. And she wants to be a mom, but this could hinder it. His response was golden. When I say golden, it was golden.
Apart from feeling sorry that you have to go through that, I want you to know that it doesn't change anything about the way I feel about you or how I feel about our futures. It actually just made me think this person's amazing. And as long as we got each other, that's the main thing. Anything else that comes around is a bonus.
I believe he said you're more than enough because she didn't feel like she was enough. I think.
Now, what do we often say? We say that men are saints. Men are saints that don't get credited. And why? Because nobody knows about what I'm talking about. My channel won't grow XYZ. That's a whole nother story. But I can show you a saint of a man. You understand? And you return fire. They won't be the saint of a woman when you have a miniature eggplant. She won't say this. Look what this man said. Imagine if you, because none of my niggas is like that, but imagine if you had a miniature eggplant and a woman would say this to you. You'd be like, you know what? You a ride or die bitch. Watch this.
Response was golden. When I say golden, it was golden.
Apart from feeling sorry that you have to go through that, I want you to know.
Apart from feeling sorry that you have a miniature, you know, wah.
It doesn't change anything about the way I feel about you.
It doesn't change anything about the way I feel about you with your little eggplant having ass.
Or how I feel about our futures. It actually just made me think this person's amazing.
It just made me think with your miniature eggplant having ass that this person is amazing. Imagine some woman saying that to you. Now, this is not just any woman. This is I guess he's the good-looking man that she wants. He's a provider male. So imagine a providing, good-looking woman having the heart of a saint towards your private parts the way this man does. Anyway, let's continue.
And as long as we got each other, that's the main thing. Anything else that comes around is a bonus.
I believe he said you're more than enough because she didn't feel like she was enough. I think a lot of times women that have fertility issues, they don't think they're enough because in our brains, in our minds, growing up, this is what we are meant to do.
No, that's a lie. Stop the show. Fuck that. We're not doing that. That's a lie. Hold the fuck up, man. Hold on.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Amen. Yo, what's good? What's good, King? This woman is lying. She's saying, yo, part of the reason that XYZ and ABC is because of women think it's supposed to be. No, you have the curse of the miniature eggplant. And you're upset.
Fertility issues, they don't think they're enough because in our brains, in our minds, growing up, this is what we are.
No, you know a man could go get a healthy one. The same way a woman could go get better than the miniature.
Meant to do is to give birth, have children, and this should be simple. It's a natural thing. When in reality, it's not always natural for a lot of women. And the thing is if we're growing up thinking, sometimes fearing pregnancy because we don't want to get pregnant, it's like the idea of it not being possible makes no sense to us.
What did I teach you guys? What do I teach you? Listen to what she says one more time about she don't want to get pregnant. She don't want to be in love with a black man. She don't want to do shit with your ass. She just wants the ability to say, yo, I can have kids. And that is what we call the real wall, not this looks and beauty shit. Let's go.
Always natural for a lot of women. And the thing is if we're growing up thinking, sometimes fearing pregnancy because we don't want to get pregnant, it's like
we don't want to get pregnant.
The idea of it not being possible makes no sense to us as kids, as young people, even as young adults. So when the time comes when you want to have kids and you're dealing with fertility issues, it's a shock and then possible.
So when the time comes and you want to have kids, well, man, what was you doing all of the rest of the time? Oh, and now things are in trouble.
As young adults. So when the time comes when you want to have kids and you're dealing with fertility issues, it's a shock and then possibly a little bit of embarrassment. I think
it's a shock and a little bit of an embarrassment. What do I teach you guys? You want to know what a woman is? Go into her box. You can eggplant it down, or you can, let her know about the box. Either way, it's all good. If you can do the both, you are the master. So all I'm trying to teach you. I know you niggas are pounding eggplant. Pause. I know you niggas are pounding box to the ground. You understand? So, once you got the other angle and everything, you'll be able to talk to women in ways that most men will never, ever be able to.
I think sometimes the embarrassment may come from family members. It's like, well, what's wrong with you? Is it something wrong with you? Or is it just not a natural progression? Or
ma'am, it's something wrong with you. It's like a man with a miniature eggplant. Only difference is he can't hide. That man can't hide. That man is face out. You heard? That man, yeah. That man got real problems. He can't hide it the way that you can. A man could still have a good time in your pussy.
Shock and then possibly a little bit of embarrassment. I think sometimes the embarrassment may come from family members. It's like, well, what's wrong with you? Is it something wrong with you? Or is it just not a natural progression or a natural thing for you? And some of us, like myself, have had fertility issues.
Hello. Like myself, I've dealt with it. I can talk for how you say, speak on the eye. Amen. You understand? I like women that keep it real. I like women that talk that talk, not this shit that you guys are out there listening to. I like women that say, nah, me too. Ain't nobody did nothing to me. Yeah. I have issues as a woman, and it's very important to a man. And this woman is trying to describe to you guys, well, hey, when's the right time to tell the man about my fertility issues, my overbleeding, my pain, my this, my that? Follow along.
It's not something that we should be ashamed of. We are not. When it comes to expressing to someone that you may possibly have these issues fertility-wise, it can be tricky. It can be tricky because you don't know what their response is. I found that most people are very kind and understanding. I think this is a very different world we're living in, and couples understand that having baby naturally isn't always as simple. I think the days of, well, you're supposed to, and what's wrong with you type of stuff, it's starting to change. I ain't saying it's changed, it's starting to. And his response of saying that she's enough and that anything that comes beyond them is, a bonus. It's very realistic, because what if you are a couple who cannot afford, if you're a couple who cannot afford in vitro or other fertility options,
what if you're a couple that gets with a black woman like this with good pussy, and she know how to work it and throw it and turn you out, but you can't afford in vitro and all this other shit because her pussy ain't good enough for you, pimpin'? Nah, son, you work for McDonald's, nigga, you work for for the furniture store, shit like that, man.
If you're a couple who can't afford in vitro or other fertility options, and you are dealing with something like endometriosis, or you don't have eggs, or your uterus is too small to carry, there's so many reasons why women have fertility issues. These are things that are natural. Like, when do you tell your partner this? So, should be told.
When do you tell your partner? Most important question in the world. That's why men have came up with something called the Pussycat Facts Report. When do you tell your partner Like I said, this woman here, she's thorough. This woman's thorough. At least she's close to saying, hey, I want to tell somebody about my Pussycat Facts report. I have to give her credit for that. You know, but remember the trick, guys. She's willing to fuck you down to the ground first. And I say, hey, get that pussy. You fuck her down to the ground. Don't do the reverse. And you bring the Pussycat Facts first. Don't let that bitch sit around running circles around you, watching how you move, watching how you work, seeing what's up with you. Then bring the Pussycat Facts report to you. No.
You don't have eggs, or your uterus is too small to carry. There's so many reasons why women have fertility issues. Like, these are things that are natural. Like, when do you tell your partner this? So, truth be told, if I'm dating someone, I'm not going to say I'm the person, yeah, hi, nice to meet you, I have PCOS, I've had a few miscarriages before.
Hello? King Disagreeable. God, come on, King. I know you don't like this, but you got to give me this. You got to give me that. You got to give me that, son. It's everything that I've been talking about. She knows. This woman knows everything. She can't walk up to you and say, hey.
They're natural. Like, when do you tell your partner this? So, truth be told, if I'm dating someone, I'm not going to say I'm the person, yeah, hi, nice to meet you, I have PCOS, I've had a few miscarriages before.
Hello? She can't say that at first. She wants to know that this pussy is working on you. She wants to watch how you move. You understand? Fair ain't fair. But guess what you can't hide? You can't hide if you're miniature. You can't hide if you got problems down there or whatever not supposed to be there. You know, you can't hide anything, Ken. At that point, we already know we are at a disadvantage. We're willing to take that because we know we can fuck you, and that's the key to your soul. So we're willing to take that chance all day. You ain't got to tell us straight up. We're willing to try to fuck this soul down. Okay? We'll take our chances there. But what about thereafter?
Like, when do you tell your partner this? So, truth be told, if I'm dating someone, I'm not going to say I'm the person, yeah, hi, nice to meet you, I have PCOS, I've had a few miscarriages before. So having a baby might be tough for me. That's not our first conversation, I can be very clear. But I think when I start to see where this is going.
Hello? I'm sorry about that. I have to laugh at you clown ass niggas sometimes. You know I care about you more than anybody else in the whole wide world. But when you listen to these other niggas talk, you talk about, yo, bitch. No, when I say bitches are running circles around your fucking ass, listen. That bitch said, nah, I want to see how you move.
I'm the person, yeah, hi, nice to meet you, I have PCOS, I've had a few miscarriages before. So having a baby might be tough for me. That's not our first conversation, I can be very clear. But I think when I start to see where this is going.
Right.
Like if it's a long-term type of thing.
Yeah. Right. I get to do the watching, not him. I got this hidden jewel. I got this hidden thing that where he loves me the most. Nah, I want to see what's up with him first. This is after everybody's all real already. As a man, you're thinking, yo, everything's the real of real. I'm sorry, man. Because I care about the black woman more than you, but I love it because I know that you are out here watching these other shits and you are being totally misinformed and you don't believe a damn word that I say. So I've been, I don't really search too much, but they send me this stuff where the women tell you, nah, I want to see how he moved. Now I know I got bad bops. No, you heard what she said. Look what she said.
These are things that are natural. Like, when do you tell your partner this? So, truth be told, if I'm dating someone, I'm not going to say I'm the person, yeah, hi, nice to meet you, I have PCOS, I've had a few miscarriages before.
Few miscarriages. What do we have on the Pussycat Facts report? Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why do we know the Pussycat Facts report is powerful? Let's go.
before. So having a baby might be tough for me. That's not our first conversation. I can be very clear. But I think when I start to see where this is going, like if it's a long-term type of thing, yeah, sure. I will probably open up and be like, this is where I'm at. And you need to know this. If you want a future with me, this is a possible struggle that we're going to go through. Is that okay with you? And be okay with his or her answer.
There you go. Now, that's what you call the game. If you can beat her to that, you win. That's the game. If you can beat her to that information right there, that's the game. Problem is, when she brings it to you, it's more where y'all can both have the conversation. If you bring the Pussycat Facts to her, she can be like, what the hell are you talking about? That's what's in the air if you present it. See? But see, on her end, when she says it to you, be good with his or her answer. Or if we bring it to them, they have the option to, go off, Plain, what's good?
This is where I'm at. And you need to know this. If you want to, if I'm dating someone, I'm not going to say I'm the first to get hired. Nice to meet you. I have PCOS. I've had a few miscarriages before.
But you still going to fuck him. You still... You like successful men, right? You like alpha men, right? So you pray amongst the alphas are the one that's getting pussy like that. Oh, alpha male. Damn. That's why I'm here for you, brother. Don't worry, man. Because these bitches got it out for you, King. Don't worry. She said, yo, I got this, I got that, I got a couple miscarriages, but I'm gonna still fuck you. Ma'am, once she finds out he's a good man, she's gonna say, hey, there could be some discrepancies with, breeding and things of that nature, right? Well, he loves you already. You understand? You made sure of that. You made sure that he was a man that could provide. Why won't you say, look, go be with somebody. It's going to be rough on me, but I really, really would love to really have your baby. Yeah, no, it could be complications with the baby after the baby's born and everything, but I really would love to have your baby. I'll do anything for you. Like, present it like that. Alpha's not even smashing. Remember, KS said, eat the box and go to bed. Right. True. And his nasty box. So Kevin said, yo, I give you about 10 minutes. Kevin said, look, man, we give you about 10 minutes and you take it on back to the old bed. We'll eat your box and go to bed. That's what Kevin said. He said, I'm not with all that back-breaking shit. He advocated against that porn star behavior. He said, no, ladies. Why do niggas got to fuck you down to the ground? Yeah. And it's not his fault. He was trying to speak up for brothers that's incapable. I respect that. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it in a whole different way. I'm comparing it to a miniature eggplant. I'm trying my best.
So having a baby might be tough for me. That's not our first conversation. I can be very clear. But I think when I start to see where this is going, like if it's a long-term type of thing, yeah, sure. I will probably open up and be like, this is where I'm at. And you need to know this. If you want a future with me, this is a possible struggle that we're going to go through. Is that okay with you? And be okay with his or her answer. Because if it's not, that's okay. That's just not your person. It's not your person. If they're like, yo, I'm riding. If you riding, then ride. What's up? You know what I mean? But I saw this scene and it just warmed my heart because I don't think it's always easy for people to open up like that and talk about something as personal as fertility. Because again, growing up.
So why would you try to fuck men? Why would you try to fuck men knowing what they want? Instead of coming up to that man saying, look, you could have a great time with me. My box ain't even fertile like that. You ain't even got to worry about nothing. Oh, man, my gladiator came in early. Hey, why you getting in so early? What's going on? Praise Jesus.